Kia ora team and welcome to Auckland First 15 School Report, your one-stop shop for all the best action from the Auckland 1A Championship. Today we're coming to you from De La Salle College as they prepare to take on Auckland Grammar. Two teams on two different paths right now. On the one hand, De La Salle, who have won 3 on the trot. On the other, Grammar, who have had a couple of weeks to reflect on that big loss to Mags before the break, and let me tell you, it has fired them up. So stick around for all the action from this match and 5 others here on School Report.
Round 5 of the Auckland 1A Championship features some mouth-watering matchups, including Auckland Grammar's trip to De La Salle. Competition leaders Mount Albert welcome Dilworth, St Peter's College take on Otahuhu, 1B champs Onehunga welcome 1A champs St Kent's, and Kelston heads to Aorere seeking their first win of the season. But we begin with the battle of second versus third as Sacred Heart host Kings. Week 5 of the Auckland 1A Championship pitted unbeaten Sacred Heart College against fellow semi-final contenders Kings College in a match that is certain to have huge ramifications for playoff places as the season progresses. Also at stake is the Fitzpatrick-Kirkpatrick Cup, named in honour of the legendary All Blacks captains who attended either college. Kings College held the cup following their 3-0 win last season. But this would not be a trialless affair, as just 3 minutes into the match, halfback James Stanners used a big blindside to send AJ Mua crashing over in the corner. Sacred Heart fullback Matt Storm then struck a long-range penalty to bring the home side within 2 points. 15 minutes into the half, Kings were again in the Sacred 22, where Edward Vaiaumulitalo probed the left side. Following quick ruck ball, big second 5 Lucas Halls took on the line and popped a great pass to Junior Ratuva, who dotted down for a converted try. Just a few minutes later, Storm struck another penalty to have Sacred Heart trailing Kings College 6 points to 12 at the break. That scoreline remained for the first 15 minutes of the second stanza as Sacred Heart set up camp in the Kings half. The ball was slung through a makeshift backline where number 8 Hoskins Satutu lofted a great long pass for AJ Kapawa to score a converted try that put the home side ahead by 1 point. But just 2 minutes later, Kings forwards again matched Sacred's much vaunted scrum. The backs sharply switched the attack from the blind side across to the open, and impressive fullback Jamie Spowart very nearly laid on a well-worked try for Sharan Matoi. Halfback James Stanners thought he spied a gap which was quickly shut down. And from the ensuing ruck, AJ Mua muscled across for a converted try that put Kings back in the lead. With 10 tense minutes left, Sacred's Lucy's linked up. Flanker Oesefo Masoi swerved upfield and offloaded brilliantly from the deck for George Witana to score a 7-pointer that put the home side back in the lead. Immediately from kick-off, Kings were awarded a penalty and Matoi put Kings College back in front with just minutes remaining. With time up on the clock, Sacred Heart went looking for a winning score with Kings' defence slamming shut every wave of attack. The Sacred forwards edged deeper into the visitors' half, but Kings were determined not to concede a penalty. So sensing the opportunity slipping away, replacement first 5 George Witana snapped a 30-metre game-winning drop goal to send their supporters into delirium. Sacred Heart College now 5 wins from 5 as they reclaim the Fitzpatrick-Kirkpatrick Cup.
Just a bit lost for words of how it was. It was arm wrestle all the way. They got up early on us, and then just hugely lucky to bring it back in the end, I guess, against a really quality side. As soon as I hit it, I thought, kind of know when it's missing or if it's going over, and I just thought, it feels pretty good, so backed it.
The trophy's now back in the cabinet. You can give Fitzy a call and tell him that we've got the lock and key securely fastened, and Fitzy can have a beer on us, and Mr. Kirkpatrick can pay for it.
And what drama at the end there for Sacred Heart as they win the Fitzpatrick-Kirkpatrick Cup over Kings. Heading over now to Mount Albert Grammar, and can they go back to the top of the 1A table? Dilworth take the trip to see the early season favourites.
Mount Albert Grammar head into round 5 of the Auckland 1A Championship, having claimed a maximum 20 points from their opening month. Making their first ever 1A trip to Mags, a Dilworth school, who picked up their first win of the season in a rescheduled Queen's Birthday clash against Otahuhu College. Dilworth kept the competition leaders honest through a keenly contested opening 20 minutes. But as captain Waimana Relinga-Kapa turned a neat pass into Thomas Barlow, the home side had broken the deadlock. Mount Albert Grammar soon added a penalty, and from a strong scrum, outstanding flanker Isaiah Papali'i showed great strength to bump his way over for another 5-pointer. More rock-solid scrum ball allowed John Latu and Salle and St Peter to link up and have wing Harley Maynard dive in under the sticks to give Mount Albert a 20-0 lead at the break. The second stanza began with number 8 Latu barging over for Mount Albert's 5th bonus point try of the season as the home side began to exert their dominance. It was more of the same 10 minutes later. This time the backs got their hands on first phase ball, and replacement wing Noah Foster did well to juggle the pass and soar across the line for a converted try. Shortly after, the Mount Albert forwards showed off their prowess. Relinga-Kapa was dragged towards the line by his giant pack, and Test referee Nick Bryant awarding the try, which saw the home side ahead 41-0. Dilworth School ensured they got themselves on the scoreboard as stand-in first 5 Tavita Hala slotted a penalty for the visitors. 4 minutes later, John Latu smashed through the defence for his second try of the afternoon and Mount Albert's 7th. As full-time neared, halfback Ben Young found plenty of space with a searching box kick, and fullback Niven Longapoa controlled the ball at pace to bring up the half-century. Mount Albert Grammar continued their perfect season, beating Dilworth 53-3.
Definitely proud coming from that 2-week break and playing Grammar. So the boys are quite ecstatic to be back and excited to get the W again.
I think every time we got ball, Mags were pretty strong over it and turned the ball over pretty quickly. And we struggled to get phases together, and I think Mags were pretty clinical when they had ball in hand.
I think the boys are really chuffed. You know, they've put a lot of effort in, they work extremely hard, and they get their rewards on the weekend from that.
Another good win there by Mags. They've got some big lads right across the park and they are showing they know how to use them. When we return here on School Report, we've got our feature match from here at De La Salle College. These fields once the stomping ground for Sir John Kirwan, Isaiah Toiava, and on a somewhat less rugby-related note, Auckland Mayor Len Brown. And they're up against a school which isn't exactly short on famous old boys themselves, Auckland Grammar.
I'm proud to captain the first 15 because it's been a goal of mine ever since year 7, and it also gives me a chance to lead my brothers out on the field and to make my family proud. The games De La Salle looks forward to the most this season is probably Sacred Heart. Yeah, we're both Catholic schools, we both share similar values, so it's good to get one up over the brothers. The best piece of advice our coach has given me is just to trust in my brothers. I don't have to do it all myself. We're all brothers on the field, so we can look on each other for motivation and support. Some of De La Salle's rugby playing old boys that we look up to is John Curran, Isaiah Toiava, just to name a few. They've taught us and inspired us to never let where you come from hold you back. It's special for De La Salle to be in the 1A Championships because we've won it twice before, and although our previous seasons hasn't been up to scratch, it's real motivating for us to do better this year. Rugby is big in the De La Salle culture because our school is based on brotherhood, and rugby just gives us another opportunity to strengthen that brotherhood.
Welcome back to School Reporters. Caleb Fa'alili leads De La Salle into battle against Auckland Grammar. Both these teams 3 from 4 this season. Strap yourselves in. This should be a classic.
Separated by just 1 point on the competition ladder, 4th placed Auckland Grammar dominated possession and territory for the opening 20 minutes. But in one of their first forays into the Grammar red zone, De La Salle showed off some quick hands by backs and forwards to have try-scoring hooker Kafu Musiwata adding to his collection. Auckland Grammar's biggest threat came via former halfback Melino Fiangonofo, and the stand-in 5'8" almost sparked an immediate response from the visitors, but De La Salle's defence shut down any threats from last year's 1A finalists. With a minute left before the break, the home side launched another attack as De La Salle sent space on the left edge. Winger Simon Peter Toliafoa spied open field ahead and stabbed through a perfectly weighted kick. First five, Orbe Samate out-sprinted the Grammar defence to grab a second converted try for the home side. Just 2 minutes into the second half, De La Salle was straight back into attack mode. Quick ruck ball allowed Samate to return the favour for his left wing. The first five grubbering through and Toliafoa scorching onto the kick to have De La Salle pull ahead 21-0. De La Salle had gone 3 games without conceding a try, but Auckland Grammar finally found a way through their monstrous defence as a well-constructed line-out drive rumbled all the way to the line. Sam Johnson coming up with the converted try 5 minutes from full-time. De La Salle pressed for a 4-try bonus point as a miracle ball from Musiata to his fellow front row was called back by the referee. But the home side claimed a rare victory over Auckland Grammar that puts them right in semi-final reckoning.
You don't win against Grammar all that often. How good was today?
I'm just really proud of the boys, and we all stepped up, we all showed hard out there, and just really proud.
What was the best part of that?
Probably our defence on the line, we stuck in there and we definitely showed hard.
Yeah, we just didn't really do enough to threaten their line, really. Became pretty obvious what we were trying to do, and there wasn't a lot of deception there. So, De La Salle showed a lot of heart and defence, and they hung in there, so all credit to them.
I was proud of the defence. We're hoping to go for another 4 games without having a try scored against us. It wasn't to be. But very humbled with the win. And Auckland Grammar played really well as well. So, yeah, it's a satisfying win for us. It's been 8 years, I think, since we've beaten them.
Great work there from De La Salle to get the real win over Auckland Grammar. Time to check in now with St Peter's College, who have upset Kings and St Kentigern so far this season. They've won a couple of 1A titles down the line and they're dreaming of a third. Today they travel to Otahu College.
Round 5 of the Auckland 1A Championship saw Otahu College host informed St Peter's College. The visitors full of confidence with 3 wins from 4 this season, while the home side was searching for their first win of the year. Despite St Peter's good start to the season, they hadn't scored a try in their 3 previous 1A games, but they soon crossed the line as AJ Lamb powered through the defence for a converted try after just 4 minutes. 12 minutes later, in second 5, Theodore Stefani again took the ball to the line and linked with Lamb, who jinked his way over for a brace. 10 minutes out from half-time and Stefani was again in the action, firing out a long pass that was eventually collected by Sioali Whangipo. The winger rolled out a great offload for Robert Lingua to score and have St Peter's ahead 21-0 at the break. 4 minutes into the second half and the St Peter's forwards got in the act. Mammoth lock Cameron Suafoa crashing across to claim St Peter's first bonus point try of the year. Despite the mounting scoreline, Otahu College kept their spirit and scrambled in defence. Fullback John Taratu pulling off a great try-saver to keep the visitors out. Harry Plummer has been a match winner with the boot for St Peter's this campaign, and the first 5 added a 5-pointer to his points haul to extend the lead to 33 points. Otahu held out for another 13 minutes before St Peter's forwards rolled up their sleeves and replacement hooker Thomas Drum burrowed over for the 6th try of the afternoon. The visitors rounded out their scoring as the ever-dangerous Theodore Stefani capped a great individual display with a try of his own. St Peter's picking up their first bonus point victory of the season, 45-0 over Otahu College.
Oh yeah, the boys, we're real pleased with our form so far this year. We had a goal of 3 from 4 in the first half before the Queen's birthday, and now we're happy to get a bonus point win over Otahu.
I think the effort was there. And the heart was there for the boys, but just again we just lack the discipline, and in certain parts of the game we let them in.
I think the key to victory today was the boys got off to a pretty good start. They played to the systems and played some good territory early on, and were able to apply pressure at the right end of the field and got some decent tries early. Otahu, I thought, were very physical on their defence and made us work for every point that we got.
Nice work there, St Peter's College. 4 wins from 5 games now, and their rowdy fans must be absolutely loving it. Stay with us here on School Report. Next up, the defending champs St Kitts are in action, and Kelston go looking for their first win of the season against Aorere.
Round 5 of the Auckland 1A Championship pitted 1B champions Onehunga High School against 1A champions St Kentigern College. St Kitts have had a stilted start to their title defence with 2 wins and 2 losses, while home side Onehunga are yet to register a win. Despite being heavy underdogs, Onehunga led after 2 minutes through the boot of Alex Lam-Sam, who doubled the school's points tally for the season. St Kentigern responded soon after as blockbusting midfielder Taniela Talea got his side in front with a converted try. 8 minutes later and the captain had the visitors charging towards the line again. The ruck ball was freed and sent to returning second 5 Dakota Tamani to wriggle over for St Kentigern's second try. The Blue and Whites added a penalty to increase their lead, and just 2 minutes later, Itane Nanai set the match alight with a fantastic individual effort that began 65 metres out. St Kentigern leading Onehunga 20-3 at the break. Shortly after kick-off, Itane Nanai showed off his elusiveness yet again as the fullback squeezed down the shortest of blind sides to bring up the bonus point for St Kitts. The defending champs kept hunting for more tries as they set up camp in the Onehunga red zone. Territory and possession soon told as Reves Reihana slipped through the defence to nab a 5-pointer. St Kitts spent huge periods of time in the Onehunga half, but for the final 30 tenacious minutes, the home side tackled bravely and held the 5-time champs out, despite wave after wave of attack. Onehunga with their best performance of the season, and St Kentigern back on track with a vital bonus point victory, winning 32-3.
The boys went into the break, just reflecting on, what we could get better at, and, we prepared real well this week, and we wanted to get a good win, so it was real important, but just important that the boys take it day by day and week by week, don't focus too far.
It's been tough for us. And we've come together, and to have a game like that against such a good school has given us a lot of belief. So we go forward, with that belief, and that's everything for young men. I think they've done extremely well today.
Hugely important. We knew coming into the second block that we needed to get a positive result with a bonus point, especially with the nature of the competition, the way it is going. It's sort of, you got to win every time you get a chance to.
Good bonus point win for St Kitts there, but you've got to give credit to Onehunga for taking it to the defending champs. Now to the most intriguing matchup of the round, Kelston, who are winless this year, but they've proven that they're no slouches either. They take on Aorere, who are humming along nicely with 2 wins from the first month.
Aorere College welcomed Kelston Boys High School during week 5 of the Auckland 1A Championship. The home side, hosting their 5th straight game, have picked up 2 wins from their opening month as they aim to continue their climb up the ladder. Kelston headed south, sizing up their first victory, having let a few game-winning opportunities slip away this year. Kelston had huge possession and territory advantage throughout the first half, but a signature of Aorere this season has been their ferocious backline defence, which repelled the visitors through the first 30 minutes. But eventually the weight of possession told, with prop Sione Liavi thundering his way towards the Aorere try line. He made the ball available, and first 5 Max Tor Aloa, who has been hard to pin down all season, skipped his way over the try line to have Kelston ahead 7-0 at half-time. The second stanza remained scoreless for 15 minutes as the two sides slugged it out up front. Kelston's line-out drive a match for Aorere's forwards, with replacement Jordan Stewart putting the visitors ahead by 12 points. And with 4 minutes left and Aorere needing to score twice, Kelston playmaker Toiloa spotted the home side flat on defence. Honing in on the kick was Goldberg Palota Copper, who kept his composure to snaffle the bouncing ball. Kelston boys with their first points of the season with a deserved 19-0 victory over Aorere.
No, it's good to get our first one on the board. I think we played the whole 70 today and got the win. So just looking forward to next week against Otahuhu. Got to get the win there and just going to move on. I guess the first 20 of the second half, that's been our weakness all year. So we kept the tempo up and got the result.
I think the attitude was really good. Mentally, we had a lot of composure, especially in the second half. And I think overall they were trying to play the game and play it with a lot of good positive spirit. So yeah, bodes well for next week.
Abraham Falani, our loose head prop, was immense today, and we asked a lot of our forward pack. We respect Aorere's forward pack, and we knew coming into this that taking them on up there was going to be one of the big keys to winning this game.
Kelston there making a move up the points table. So let's have a look at who's in the running for the 1A playoffs after 5 weeks.
5 weeks down, 6 to go, and the points table is really tightening up. Mount Albert have built a 3-point buffer over fellow unbeaten team Sacred Heart thanks to accumulating maximum bonus points. But there's a real logjam for the next 2 semi-final spots. King's College hold on to 3rd, and De La Salle and St Peter's move up with all 3 on 17 points. St Kitts a point back in 6th spot, and Auckland Grammar lurking with 14 points in 7th position.
Jeepers, that is one tight-looking points table, and just think about all the great schoolboy rugby there is still to come before we even know our semi-finalists. And next week there's one fixture that'll have everyone's attention.
Yes, round 6 of the Auckland 1A Championship sees the return of schoolboy rugby's grandest grudge match as King's College take on century-old rivals Auckland Grammar. Elsewhere, Sacred Heart's battle with De La Salle is a guaranteed blockbuster. Onehunga welcome league leaders Mount Albert. High-flying St Peter's College host Aorere College. Defending champs St Kentigern travel to Dilworth. And Kelston boys aim to continue their winning ways against Otahuhu.
That's it for now. We'll see you back here next week with all the highlights from all those games here on School Report. In the meantime, do head over to Auckland First 15's Facebook page to vote for the best try from round 5. I've put my top 3 picks up there, so let me know your fave, and I'll see you next week here on School Report.